Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Divine and Divinity, Divine Service. Text number 31. Taya vilasiste shveshu guneshu gunavaniva anta pravishta abhati vignanena vijrambitaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation. After creating the material substance, the Lord Vasudeva expanded himself and entered into it. Although he is within the material modes of nature and appears to be one of the created beings, he is always fully enlightened in his transcendental position. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The living entities are separated parts and parcels of the Lord, and the conditioned living entities who are unfit for the spiritual kingdom are striven within the material world to enjoy matter to the fullest extent. As Paramatma and eternal friend of the living entities, the Lord, by one of his plenary portions, accompanies the living entities to guide them in their material enjoyment and to become witness to all activities. Within the living entities enjoy the material conditions, the Lord maintains his transcendental position without being affected by the material atmosphere. In the Vedic literature, Shruti, it is said that there are two birds in one tree. One of them is eating the fruit of the tree while the other is witnessing the actions. The witness is the Lord and the fruit eater is the living entity. The fruit eater, living entity, has forgotten his real identity and is overwhelmed in the fruitive activities of the material conditions. But the Lord Paramatma is always full in transcendental knowledge. That is the difference between the super soul and the conditioned soul. The conditioned soul, the living entity, is controlled by the laws of nature, while the Paramatma or the super soul is controller of the material energy. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport.
Next is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, text number 31, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on November 10th, 1972, in Vrindavan, India.
Taya vilasiteshu eshu guneshu gunavaniva anta pravishtaya bhati vijnanena vijambita. Now, this material creation is possible when the Supreme Spirit enters into it. This is a problem to the modern scientist. How creation was possible? They cannot understand that without spiritual touch, there cannot be any creation. That is their poor fund of knowledge. The Darwin's theory, development, process of evolution, they're childish. They are concentrating on the matter. Matter is evolving. Matter does not evolve. Matter is dead. It is due to the presence of the spirit soul, it evolves. That they don't understand. Although actually you are seeing, just like a child born, if the child is born dead, it is simply dead matter. It does not grow. It is our practical experience. But if the child is living, or the spirit soul is within that body, then it develops. Similarly, the whole cosmic manifestation, this big universe, unless there is in the center the Supreme Spirit, how it develops? It cannot develop. Either you take this body or take this universal body, without the spirit being enter within it, there cannot be development. The modern scientists, they have no knowledge, they cannot understand this. They are so poor fund of knowledge. Practically, we are seeing every day, this body has developed, your body, my body. How it has developed? Because I, the spirit soul, you, the spirit soul, enter into the matter. Therefore it has developed. Karmana daivanetrena jantar diho upapattaye. So, diho upapatti, development of this body, is possible when the spirit soul enters the man, the male and female, they have sex life, and the two secretion, they mix up, becomes emulsified, and the spirit soul takes shelter within that matter. And then the matter develops gradually. That is the development within the embryo, and when it is fully developed with hands and legs, consciousness at 7 months, the child wants to come out, and then by the natural process on the 10th month the child comes out. But medical science or physiologists, biologists, they do not know this. They do not know this. They cannot explain how the body is developing, how the body is being formed. They do not know. But this is the fact. Taya vilasiteshu guneshu. Wanted to enjoy this material world. We get different types of bodies on account of our desire to have such body. We want to enjoy the material, the matter in a certain way, and Krishna gives us the opportunity to enjoy as we like. Prakite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvas. Everything is under control of Krishna. Although the body is obtained by material arrangement, still behind the matter there is Krishna. Krishna is, as the living entity enters this material world, Krishna is also there along with him. Sometimes the Mayavadi philosophers, they mistake that the soul and the super soul, there is no such difference. Only the soul is the super soul or the super soul is the soul. Atma, Paramatma, they are both one, but they are not both one. They are two. That is stated in the Upanishad. So the witnessing bird is Paramatma and the fruit-eating bird is Atma. These are the Vedic statements. So, we have entered this material world for enjoyment and to give us facility for enjoyment, the plenary portion of Krishna, Paramatma, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, he is also within this body. This can be explained by one example. Just like when there is some fair in India, just like we had attended that Kumbh Mela fair. So, because the people would come and gather there, the government takes precaution or makes necessary arrangement. There is actually a small government, the commissioner, the magistrate, they go there and manage things, that things are going on nicely so that people may not be in inconvenience. Let them take bath peacefully. That is the idea. Similarly, the government is Krishna. And because we wanted to come here to enjoy, the Krishna has made so many nice arrangements. And sometimes they question why this material world is created. That is created for us, because Krishna knows that some of them, they want to enjoy this material world. To give them facility, everything is arranged there. This is a replica of the spiritual world, but it is temporary, exactly like the Kumbh Mela camp is temporary. Bhutta bhutta praliyate. A chance is given to the living entities to enjoy to their satisfaction, and the Vedic instruction is there so that they may follow and again come back home, back to home, back to God. This is the whole arrangement. So, Guneshu Gunavaniva. Now the super soul does not become affected by the material qualities. But the individual soul, they are affected by the material qualities. Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. But the super soul is above these gunas, always. Anta pravishta abhati vijnanena vijimbhita. He is always full conscious. When Krishna comes within this material world, he does not become affected by the qualities as we become. Therefore, those who are muras, those who are fools, they consider that Krishna is also a human being like us. Avajananti manga mudha manusim tanuvasita. But Krishna, about Krishna it is said, vijnanena vijimbita. He is fully conscious. He knows. Vedahang samititani. I know everything, Krishna says, past, present, future. Just like Krishna said to Arjuna, aham vivasati yugam praptamani ham idam abba. Formerly I spoke to the sun god. So, because he does not forget past, present, future, vijnanena vijimbita. He is always conscious, fully conscious. Whatever was done in the past, what will happen in the future, and what is happening, everything is known to Krishna. Vijnanena vijimbita. But we have lost our consciousness, we have lost our memory, that we are we are parts and parcels of Krishna, and we are identifying with this material world in different capacities. Somebody is identifying with this body, somebody is identifying with the society or community or nation or country. But Krishna does not become such materially affected. Vijnanena vijimbit. He is always conscious. So the Paramatma, although the Paramatma is within this body, anta pravishta, abhati, without him, both the Paramatma and Jivatma are within this body, and the intelligence is coming from the Paramatma. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Sarvasya chahang hridi sannivishta. Sarvasya chahang hridi sannivishta. I have entered in everyone's heart. Sarvasya chahang hridi sannivishta. Matta smriti jnanam apohanancha. Smriti jnana apohanancha. Remembrance, memory, knowledge, everything is coming from him. Mythic jnanam apohanancha, and forgetfulness is also from him. That's all. Let them go. Jnana and apohanancha, knowledge and forgetfulness, both are there. Both are coming from Krishna. Knowledge, suppose I wanted to enjoy something in my past life. So Krishna has given me a type of body so that I can enjoy. And he gives me reminder also. Now you wanted to enjoy like this, you have got this opportunity, you do it. This is the proof. You will find even what is called, the calf born of an animal, the dog, cats and dogs, they find out where is the mother's breast. The human child also, they also try to find out where is the mother's breast, because they explain it as intuition, but we don't say it is intuition, or even if we call intuition, where from it is coming? It is coming from Paramatma. He is giving that you find out here, you will find your mother's breast, and here is your food. Here is your food. Therefore, even just after birth, the kiddie or the small child finds out where is the food. This is the explanation of intuition. But the modern scientists, they say intuition, but they cannot explain how the intuition is coming. It is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Matta smriti jnanam apohanancha. It is coming from Paramatma, the Supreme Personality of God. Anta pravishta abhati vijnanena vijambita. But Krishna, sarvasya chahang hridi sannivishta, as Paramatma, he has entered in everyone's heart. He is in his knowledge. He knows that this individual soul wanted to enjoy this material world, so he gives him facility, now you enjoy. Those who have no discrimination of eating, all abominable things one can eat, he is given the chance of eating everything up to stool in the form of a hog. The facility is given. One who is shameless. Now this civilization has spread in the Western countries. They want to remain naked. There are so many nudie clubs. So next life, they will be given chance to become tree, to stand naked for thousands of years. This is laws of nature. They do not know how they are getting chance, different types of body for different types of enjoyments, material enjoyment. Sometimes he is poor as a poor man, sometimes he is poor as a rich man, sometimes as demigod, sometimes as cat, sometimes as dog. In this way it is going on. But there is no knowledge. The modern civilization, they do not take care of this Vedic information. Neither they have got any sufficient knowledge. How these 8,400,000 species of life are becoming possible. They have no science. But here it is stated, anta pravistaya bhati vijnanena vijimbita. So, our this Krishna consciousness movement is all pervasive. It is including science, philosophy, everything that we require, everything complete. By Krishna consciousness movement, everything becomes completely known. Prakasha. Prakasha. Because as soon as we become in touch with Krishna, the Krishna gives us all intelligence. Tesam satadajuktanang bhajatang priti purvakam. If we engage ourselves in Krishna consciousness, in devotional service, sincerely and seriously, then all intelligence will come from within. Because the Paramatma is there, Krishna is already there. Ishara sarvabhutanam riddeshe arjuna tisthati. So simply, just like the television set is there already. You can get so many news from outside, but you have to know how to tackle it. As soon as you push some button, electronic button, immediately the picture and the speaking immediately become manifest. Similarly, Krishna is already there within your heart. You are also there. If we simply connect our link with Krishna, that is called yoga. Yoga means connecting the link. So there are different processes of yoga system. The best yoga system, as it is described in the Bhagavad Gita, always think of Krishna within your heart. Always think. Sabai mana Krishna padaravinda. This is the example given by Ambarish Maharaj. You haven't got to practice so many Ashtanga Yoga process. That is also one of the process. But if this process, always thinking of Krishna, satatang chintayantang mam, satatang chintayantang mam, satatang kirtayantang mam, these words are there. If we engage ourselves always chanting, hearing about Krishna, Sunnatang Sakatha Krishna Punnasavana Kirtana Riddantastavadrani Vidhunati Suhitsata. Then gradually the dirty things within our heart will be cleansed and there will be clear direction what to do in which circumstances and how to do it. Everything will come. Because Vijnanena Vijimbhita. Krishna is there. He is full of knowledge, scientific knowledge, Vijnanen. This very word is used, Vijnanen. Not only Gyan, but Vijnanen. Tactfully, everything perfectly will come. Simply, we have to link our lost relationship. We are always in Krishna touch, but at the present moment, due to the illusory energy of Maya, we have forgotten that we are always connected with Krishna. This has to be, this illusion, these dirty things has to be moved. Then our original relationship will be established and our life will be perfect. That is the process of Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much.